All right, let's talk seriously for a second. There's a lot of noise around the San Francisco 49ers and their offense heading into the season, and I get it. When your team finishes a brutal 6-11 season, emotions run high. Fans start asking tough questions, and the whispers of a rebuild get louder and louder. Some people are ready to pull the plug on the current setup and blow everything up. And hey, maybe that's just leftover frustration from how things went down last year. But if we step back, take a breath, and actually look at what's happening now, there's a lot more reason for optimism than you might think. Let's start with the running back room. This unit, despite all the ups and downs, might be one of the most underrated in the league right now. Yeah, the 49ers were ranked 6th overall in a recent list. And I'll be honest, that doesn't sit right with me. When you compare them to some of the teams that are supposedly ahead, like the Dolphins, for instance, I think the Niners are being shortchanged. Miami's backfield might be flashy, sure, but it's also young and largely unproven. They've got potential, no doubt, but potential doesn't win games. Production does. And when you look at what San Francisco has, it starts with one name, Christian McCaffrey. Let's not even debate this. When he's healthy, he's top tier. He's not just good, he's a game changer. He brings a level of versatility that few in the league can match. Running, receiving, blocking, he does it all. And yeah, I know the injury history is there, and that's fair to bring up, but when this guy's in form, he's elite. Full stop. There isn't a defensive coordinator in the league who isn't losing sleep the week they play a healthy CMC. Now, behind him, things get even more interesting. Isaac Guerrero. This guy is flying under the radar in a way that should not be happening. He's got elite speed for his size. We're talking that rare combination of power and explosiveness that makes defenses nervous. Sure, the injuries are a concern. If Guerrero can't stay on the field, his time in San Francisco might be limited. But for now, he's got a shot to be a difference maker. And then you add Jordan James to the mix, and now you're talking about a backfield with depth, versatility, and upside. James is a dual threat guy, runs hard, can catch out of the backfield, and he just looks like a perfect fit for this system. The coaching staff has a real opportunity here to develop him into something special. It's also worth pointing out that some national analysts are not fringe folks. We're talking people with serious credibility have called James one of the steals of the draft. The kind of player who might not have all the hype on day one, but by the time you hit midseason, everyone's wondering how the rest of the league missed him. He's in the right place with the right play caller to maximize that potential, and that's huge. Now let's circle back to this whole 6th best ranking. I get the love for Detroit. They've got a thunder and lightning combo with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, and that backfield is dangerous. I'm not trying to take anything away from them. But if we're talking about a full season of performance, scheme fit, pass catching ability, blocking, McCaffrey alone puts the 49ers right there in the conversation. And if San Francisco commits to sharing the load more this year, which they absolutely should, this group could be even more dangerous. Last year, McCaffrey was the workhorse. He didn't get much relief, and by the end of the season, that wear and tear added up. I've been saying it since last offseason. The 49ers need to be smarter about how they manage his snaps. Jordan Mason looked like he was about to break out, and he was showing flashes of being the kind of reliable back who can take some of that pressure off. Let's see that approach applied this season. Mix in Guerrero, mix in James, keep McCaffrey fresh, and this offense could reach another level. But it's not just about the backs. Let's talk about Kyle Shanahan for a second. Say what you want about the inconsistencies, the roller coaster seasons, the head-scratching moments. At the end of the day, he's still widely considered the best offensive play caller in the NFL. That didn't change after a tough season. Around the league, coaches and executives know what Shanahan brings to the table. You think if he got fired, he'd be out of work for a week? No chance. Teams would line up to throw offers his way. He's respected. And the track record, the creativity, the way he maximizes mismatches, all of that is still very real. One of the most fascinating things in the league right now is just how deep the pool of offensive minds has gotten. You got Ben Johnson rising fast, Kevin O'Connell proving he can get the most out of his quarterbacks, Sean McVay doing McVay things in LA. There's a real golden age of offensive play designers happening right now. And Shanahan is still right there at the top of the list. That matters, especially when you're evaluating how this 49ers offense could bounce back. Now, let's shift to another area where the 49ers are getting recognized, maybe in a way that feels backhanded, but is actually worth celebrating. Their playmakers. ESPN's Bill Barnwell ranked them 4th in the league in terms of overall playmaking groups. They were number 1 last year, so yeah, technically it's a drop. But considering everything they went through, the injuries, the missing pieces, the inconsistencies, staying in the top 5 is no small thing. Deebo Samuel missed time. Brandon Ayuk wasn't at full strength. Ricky Pearsall didn't get a full season. The offense didn't have a real second tight end that could contribute as a pass catcher. And still they're 4th. That tells you something. It tells you that even with all the obstacles, this team's talent is undeniable. Take Jawan Jennings, for example. Dude quietly became a legitimate third down weapon. He wasn't flashy on first or second down, but when the 49ers needed a play to keep a drive alive, Jennings delivered. He ranked 5th in third down catches across the entire league. That's wild. That's the kind of stat that doesn't get headlines but wins you football games. And then there's George Kittle. What else can you say about this guy? He was 2nd, only to A.J. Brown in ESPN's receiver score last season. When your tight end is putting up elite wide receiver numbers, that changes everything. Defenses have to account for him on every snap. He opens up space for everyone else. That's a luxury not every team has. And don't sleep on Pearsall. He might not have had the breakout season people were hoping for, but there were signs. He ranked 25th in receiver score, despite limited production and a small sample size. That tells you he's getting open. He's doing the right things. He just needs more opportunities, and with Deebo out of the picture and the offensive focus shifting, Pearsall could be the next guy up. If he takes that leap, if he steps into a larger role, suddenly this offense becomes even scarier. Let's not forget about DeMarcus Robinson either. People want to call him a journeyman, and sure, technically he's bounced around, but he came into his own with the Rams. He showed that he can be a productive, reliable option. And in this system, with this quarterback, with these play designs, I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. This all points to a team that is stacked with offensive potential. Even after a rough year, even with major injuries and key departures, the 49ers are still viewed as one of the most dangerous offenses in the league. And that's not based on hope. That's based on what they've actually put on tape. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about the offensive line? Fair point. It's a valid concern and something that absolutely deserves more attention. The protection wasn't always there last season, and that's an area that could definitely hold this team back if it doesn't improve. But today, I'm talking strictly about playmakers. The guys who touch the ball, the ones who move the chains and put up points. And in that department, the 49ers are right there with the best of the best. And finally, think about the future. This isn't a team built for just one season. This is a team with young talent, with veteran leadership, with a system that's been proven time and time again. If the pieces stay healthy, and I know that's always a big if in the NFL, this group has the potential to dominate. Not just be good, not just sneak into the playoffs, but really dominate. Be the kind of team no one wants to see in December and January. So yeah, there are still questions. Of course there are. But there's also a ton of excitement. There's a reason national analysts are still backing this team. There's a reason they're still getting respect despite a losing season. And with training camp just around the corner, the wait is almost over. This offense could surprise a lot of people. Or better yet, it might just remind everyone who the 49ers really are. Absolutely. Let's dive deeper into the second part and really flesh out what this offense can become and why the 49ers' outlook is more promising than many are willing to admit. When you peel back the layers beyond the obvious, there's a lot to be excited about. A lot that could shift the narrative around this team from disappointment to dominance. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In what could be one of the most surprising developments of the NFL offseason, whispers are starting to emerge around a potential blockbuster move. Dallas Goddard to the San Francisco 49ers. While nothing has been confirmed, the league grapevine is buzzing with speculation that the Philadelphia Eagles and 49ers might be cooking up a trade that would send a star tight end to the Bay Area in a move few saw coming. The rumors began swirling earlier this week when insiders noted increased communication between the front offices of both teams. Though details remain scarce, league sources suggest that the 49ers are eyeing another offensive weapon to complement George Kittle, not to replace him. That's right, this wouldn't be about filling a void, but rather about building a dynamic dual tight end setup that could wreak havoc on NFL defenses. Imagine Kyle Shanahan dialing up plays with both Kittle and Goddard on the field. Terrifying. For the Eagles, the motivations are less clear. Goddard has been a consistent force in Philadelphia's offense, but with a changing cap situation and perhaps more confidence in younger options at the position, a move like this could make financial and strategic sense. Plus, the Eagles are known for being aggressive in trades and aren't afraid to shake things up when they see value. Still, this potential trade leaves more questions than answers. Would the 49ers be willing to part with premium draft capital or a key defensive piece to make this happen? And can they even afford to take on Goddard's contract without making other significant roster moves? It's all speculation for now, but the noise is getting louder. No official statements have been made by either team, and for now, it remains in the realm of rumor. But in the NFL, where smoke often means fire, this is a situation worth keeping an eye on. A Goddard-Kittle duo in red and gold. Stranger things have happened. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.